remember when I was about 8 years old, back in 2006. I was just a girl.
I remember when I was about 11 years old back in 2006. I was just a boy.
I used to wonder what kind of a world we'd be living in 60 years' time.
The grown-ups were talking more and more about the oil running out.
They made it sound really scary.
And at school, we learnt about this thing called global warming.
But back then, I didn't know really what they were on about.
I just heard the word transition and immediately a light bulb went off in my head. The power of the transition movement is already in its name.
The great thing about the transition movement is it's so positive, it's doing positive things.
It's a grassroots thing. It's something that you and I can get involved with.
It's very much focused on your own place and ground and where you are, and this is where you need to take care of and build relationships and sort the world out from.
It's about not waiting for anybody else to fix things for us. It's about getting on with things ourselves.
And it is actually addressing the issues that are going to increasingly come to dominate our world, which is namely energy and resource depletion and global warming.
It's not that we're about to run out of oil and gas, but every oil well, every gas well reaches a maximum rate of production and then begins to decline. Whole countries max out and decline. Fossil fuels have been an enormous economic boon, but they've created all sorts of problems, including climate change, dependence on foreign sources, oil wars, pollution of water and from fertilizer runoff and petrochemicals, acid rain killing forests, on and on and on. If we can do this one thing, if we can reduce our consumption of fossil fuels and phase them out, we can solve all of those problems at the same time.
Change is caused because we are releasing carbon dioxide into the air.
The sun comes in and warms the Earth's surface. Radiation from the Earth's surface, heat radiation, has to get out in order to balance what comes in. But it's blocked on the way out by what we call greenhouse gases. That's water vapour, carbon dioxide and methane are the most important.
Carbon dioxide is one of the major greenhouse gases.
200 years ago, you see, we began to burn coal and oil and gas. That increased the amount of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere. Carbon dioxide absorbs this radiation. It's like a blanket over the Earth's surface, keeping it warm. If you increase the thickness of the blanket, it gets warmer.
We don't know it, but the weather is becoming more and more unpredictable, just because we're releasing carbon dioxide into the air.
Peak oil and climate change aren't separate issues, they're the same issue. They're built around our addiction to fossil fuels. If we can kick the habit and get off fossil fuels, we can solve both the problems. Evidence is that if we begin to descend the amount of carbon that we release within 100 months, we can avert catastrophe.
People were very slow to change at first.
No one wanted to think, no more cars, planes or apples from the other side of the world.
Imagine that, apples from the other side of the world.
But we all did our bit, and things started to change.
It was amazing, just being part of it.
It started when I was working in Kinsale in Ireland at the Further Education College there, and we started looking around for, there must be places who are using permaculture principles and sustainability thinking and systems thinking to work out how cities and towns and communities are going to get through peak oil successfully. And we couldn't find any, so we just improvised and did a 20-year plan for the town of Kinsale based on the idea that where we got to at the end could be better than where we start from now. So then when I moved to Totnes the following year, it felt really vital to try and do something to deepen that idea and see how far we could take it. And that was what led to the setting up of Transition Town Totnes.
Welcome, Rob. Welcome to you all. He said he was gobsmacked when he saw you all. I'm not.